Alright, let's go over today's trade. This video is really long. I mean, this was a almost 4 hour trade. Did not want it to last that long, but it did. This morning, the bears sold off big time, and they were looking for continuation of their trend because they're in a tight bear channel. And looking at the chart, you would assume that they were going to shoot for these lows right here. That's a long ways to go in one day, but that's their target, and they're probably going to make it. So the market was definitely always in short. However, you got to zoom out. You got to look at the higher time frames. It's really been helping me. This is a weekly chart. Okay, so here's the range that we've been in last couple weeks. Here's the breakout this week, but look where it's hitting. Right on this resistance line. Okay, so I waited all morning until about noon, and once it came down here, I was looking for a good buy signal to at least put a tail on this, which is what the bulls want to do. So here we go. I was watching the market on the hourly chart, and I noticed we could have a good setup coming up, so I switched to the 30-minute chart, which is the minimum that I'm really trading off of. So here's the context. Here's our tight bear channel, which is these two big bars right here. Okay, overall, this is how the market is, and I can't move the chart, but it's all the way over here. There's highs here, lows here, and we're just been kind of like this. You know, there's ranges within channels, but overall we're in a channel. And then the last couple days, we've had this expanding triangle. Okay, so here's the trade I took yesterday. Got out somewhere right here. So once again, what happened at the open? Well, here's the overnight. Bears came in full force. I almost sold right here in the morning. I would have liked to sold up here though. Anyway, so they came in full force. So once it started coming to this line right here, same line that we've had rejection off of the last few days, I wanted to pay attention. So the bears broke out. Well, what happens in most breakouts? They fail. So now we have this bad follow through doji. Now if we would have had a strong bear bar right here, I would have went short all the way to down here, but we didn't. We had this doji, bad follow through, another bad follow through. Now we have this strong bear bar with this tail. This tail had me a little worried. But given the context, I thought not only are we at the bottom of our expanding triangle, we're at the bottom on the weekly chart as well. So I went in right here, and I was kind of going back and forth. And this is within not very long of when I entered this trade. It just spikes. Okay, and it went up to I think around like 10 points at one point, maybe just 9. So now I was sweating a little bit because I don't like this tail right here. Coming up on the EMA, this tail means sellers. But we also can see people probably sold down here as well. So they need a chance to get out. Next bar is this. I think it closes a doji. So here's the hourly. Strong bear bar close, if I remember correctly. Yeah, look at that close. So realistically, this was a bit of a gamble because we had this failed breakout, come back in. Now we have an inside bear bar closing on its lows, so probably looking for a retest of those lows at minimum. But I have my stop below the low, and this is why you kind of got to stick with price action rules. Not saying this is a great setup right here. I could have waited until after the hourly close, which I probably will do, or just wait till a better signal bar, because that tail had me worried. So then we had, I think we had like two. Sorry, I know it. So, okay, let me back up here. So I switched it back on the 30-minute, and I went to the gym right here. I think I marked it when I went. So I'm at the gym right now. So we have this bar, inside bar on the 30-minute after our tail bar. Now we have a breakout. So this is like a miniature triangle within here. Outside to inside is breakout mode. the market broke out. But now what are we testing? Why did it break out? Because it's retesting this support line right here. It's wanting to go lower, but it's going to retest this breakout point. Because really we had a breakout, retest, breakout, retest. So it's wanting to see if there's buyers down there again, or are there sellers? So I think I get this. I was sweating for a little bit, checking my phone at the gym, but now we have this bull bar, and at this point I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna let it go, because worst case scenario we may get two legs off of this. So one pull back and then two somewhere up here. So after we get this bar, I'm like, all right, we got a decent chance here. But here's the thing. I wasn't gonna move my target at all. I was gonna set it at, I think it's set at 1-to-1 right here. The problem is that it's Friday. I hate trading on Fridays because the last hour is chaos most of the time. The bulls and the bears are fighting for the weekly open and the daily open. They want good looking bars on both of those charts, or at least a tail if you think back to our weekly chart. So that last hour, chaos, and I don't like being in the trade. Once it got to this point, I'm like, okay, I'm back from the gym, checking it, and it's, oh shoot, what did I do? And I'm looking at the 5-minute because I'm trying to get a better perspective, and you can kind of see we're in a ascending triangle now. So we're looking at, we're still making, you know, technically a higher high and a higher low, and this is the problem. We're trying to retest. There's pressure building, okay? So imagine water is getting pushed through here. It's got to go one way or the other. So now the bulls are breaking out, and they're going for it, at least, because you can see right here this strong bull bar, people bought above that bar. So we're at least going to retest that. Okay, and then of course, right when this happens, I get a phone call from the school. My son has a mild fever. I didn't get to really pay attention. That's so frustrating, because as soon as I get back to the computer, watch this. We're going to watch this in real time. Get back to the computer, and I'm like, all right, I'm taking my 10 points. I'm getting out. I'm not going to be greedy. Get out. As soon as I click my order, once again, it drops down. Which I know in theory we got 3 bull bars. We're at least looking for a measure move up here. So I think I closed out at 9 points. So 18 points for the day. Not going to complain whatsoever. It's a good end to the week, and hopefully these videos are helping you. Please leave me a like or interact on how you're doing, how you think I'm doing. So hope you guys have a good weekend.